Hi, I'm Zane Warsen, wildlife guru, here snorkeling on the beautiful coral reefs of the island of Kauai, checking out what's going on beneath the surface. The Hawaiian Islands are the most isolated population center on Earth, almost 2,400 miles away from the nearest landmass. They possess dense tropical rainforests on land and vast coral reefs full of life beneath the surface. This biodiversity is especially evident on the island of Kauai. Kauai is the easternmost major island and the first island to be formed. Kauai is also the least developed major island, so is an ideal place for immersing oneself in nature. Surprisingly though, despite being covered in tropical rainforest, the island doesn't have too many native terrestrial inhabitants. A visitor might see a nene goose, the state bird of Hawaii, or maybe a Pacific golden plover, but not much else. What you would see is a lot of invasive species, such as anoles from the US, shama and mina birds from Asia, and cardinals from South America. The most interesting invasive species I saw was a 7-inch Vietnamese giant centipede. These giants are extremely venomous, and many people who have been bitten have described it as the most painful thing they have ever felt. Despite the absence of native species on land, Kauai is home to immense coral reefs filled with a plethora of unique species. While swimming in the tropical seas of Hawaii, I was amazed at how colorful the animals were. I encountered bright yellow butterfly fish, who showed no fear of me in any way, and the iconic Moorish idol. These stunning fish get their names from the Moors of Africa, who believed that they were the bringer of happiness. Moorish idols feed on sponges and coral polyps, and though they're usually solitary, they sometimes hunt in pairs or small groups. Another common fish in Hawaii is the spotted boxfish. Boxfish are quite an oceanic oddity. Most fish are quick and agile, but relatively defenseless, so dart away from predators when threatened. Boxfish, however, are small and slow and don't seem to fear predators. This is because they possess an armor made of fused plates just below their skin. This both protects them and gives them their boxy shape. And if that wasn't enough, if they really feel threatened, they secrete a cloud of poison from their skin that kills any fish in the vicinity. The boxfish has made an evolutionary trade-off by giving up speed and agility in exchange for protection. Because of its isolation, Hawaii only has 2 native mammal species. One of these is the Hawaiian monk seal. These seals hunt fish in the coral reefs, but spend many hours each day resting on the shore. These seals are endangered, but receive protection due to their title as Hawaii's state mammal. The most bizarre fish I encountered was the cornet fish. These fish can get up to 5 feet in length and are solitary hunters, stalking in the depths looking for crabs, small fish, or even octopuses to prey on, if they can get them out of their crevices. Cornet fish are elusive and solitary, and not much is known about them. But despite the fact that they are a predator, if they feel even at all threatened, they will jet away faster than the eye can blink. Though most reef fish are easily discernible, some are masters of camouflage, hiding in plain sight, such as this predatory lizardfish. This fish may stay camouflaged for hours, waiting for prey to swim past, before ambushing them with their sharp teeth. And this venomous scorpionfish is another deadly ambush predator, camouflaging with the rocks and coral before striking its prey in the blink of an eye. Scorpionfish are some of the most venomous animals in the ocean and inject their venom via the spines on their back. A sting from a scorpionfish is extremely painful, and many beachgoers are stung by stepping on them due to their resemblance to a rock. During my time in Kauai, I encountered some truly incredible animals, but there was one animal that I yearned to see more than any other. That animal was the green sea turtle. Green sea turtles, also known as honu in Hawaii, are the most common sea turtle species in the state and one of the most widespread in the world, having been found nesting on the coastlines of over 80 different countries. These prehistoric beasts have a shell of up to 5 feet in length and can reach 700 pounds. Now, with a name like the green sea turtle, you'd expect them to be green in color, though this is not always the case. Sometimes they happen to be covered in algae, giving their shell a green coloration, though usually their shells are olive or brown. These turtles actually get their name from the layer of green fat under their shell, which gets its coloration from all the seaweed and algae they eat. Green sea turtles find this food by scouring the reefs looking for algae and seaweed growing on rocks or coral. Green sea turtles are an endangered species and suffer from poaching for their meat and shells, ocean pollution, and perhaps most deadly, entanglement in fishing nets. Every year, over 250,000 sea turtles are accidentally captured, injured, or killed by U.S. fishermen. As you can imagine, this has a terrible toll on sea turtle population growth rates and also the broader ecosystem to which they call home. Before this trip, I hadn't yet had the opportunity to swim with wild sea turtles, and I ended up seeing not one, but 2 of these magnificent creatures, one male and one female. The difference between the two is that the females have very small tails, whereas the males have very large tails that protrude from the shell very visibly. During my time in the water with the turtles, I observed them occasionally taking breaths from the surface every few minutes. Sea turtles are fully aquatic, but because they are reptiles, they still breathe air. Green sea turtles can stay underwater for 2 hours while resting, but must breathe every few minutes while active. On my trip to Kauai, I encountered so many unique and amazing creatures, from forest centipedes to reef fish to sea turtles. If we continue to care for and learn about these incredible creatures, they will persevere through the challenges that we have created. And I know for a fact that the experience of seeing all these magnificent creatures and swimming alongside prehistoric giants is a memory that I will never forget.